did give the definition of act, and as she said, the Oxford Dictionary actually does say the fact or the process of something, typically to achieve an aim. So action to achieve our faith. So that's the Oxford Dictionary definition. So if we look at the biblical definition, and to do that we need to look in First Book of Corinthians 13, 1 to 4. And Apostle Paul wrote, so he talks a lot about love. And love, as again seen covered, is a form of action. It is action. So when I actually go through the scriptures, or if you've got them in front of you looking at them, replace the word love for action, and it reads, if I speak in tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, do not have action, I am only resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have a gift of prophecy and I can fathom all mysteries and knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains but do not have love, but do not have action, I am nothing. If I give all I propose to the poor and give my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, if I do not have action, I gain nothing. So, I am still pro-faith. It's a lot easier. I wanted to talk about faith, but what I find is I want to talk about faith because it's a very easy subject. I have faith. You have faith. The reason you came to church today, the reason you're here is because you have faith. But as a Christian, we have to challenge ourselves. And in order to challenge ourselves, and the only way we can challenge ourselves is through action. So it's more difficult to go out and shake somebody's hand, or to stand up at the front and do a talk, or to go out into a different country and do missionary work. So it's action. So hopefully through the scriptures I'm going to cover now, we'll actually relay the importance of action. You may have heard, or you would have heard, talk about actions against the prophets. Prophets had a lot of faith, but again, the faith was nothing without them actually acting upon it. So when the Lord spoke to Noah, it was actually Noah acting upon that. He didn't actually go and think, well, I'm getting mocked here for building this ark. He continued to build this ark, and he did continue to save. If we look at Daniel, though he had great faith, if he didn't act upon opening the window and praying like he usually does, he would not have been a great prophet. Abraham, again, building the actual altar for the sacrifice. So these are all acts upon the course of faith. So, again, a verse that was covered by James 2, 14 to 17. What is good? If my brother or sister, if there is someone claims to have faith but has no deed, such faith saves them. Suppose a brother or a sister is without clothes or food. If one of you say to them, go in peace, keep warm, feed, but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself is not if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. So the main bit I want to cover is, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. So that's a need actually for our faith then. Another verse we're going to look at is in Luke. So a lot of the time we talk about how not to do the wrong and not how to be actually wise and not to be foolish. And one of the verses happens to be in Luke 6:49. So, and it reads, "But the one who hears my words and does not put them into practice is like a man who built his house upon the ground without foundation. The moment the torrent struck that house, it collapsed, and destruction was complete." So the man who does not put the words, so does not put faith into practice, into action, is like a man, a foolish man, as we read And in Matthew, if we look at Matthew 7, verse 21, it's quite a verse that I've used in the past quite a lot. And it reads as, "Not everybody who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,'" so not everybody who has faith will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only those who deliver the will of my Father who is in heaven. So the will being his act. So not everybody who has faith on its own will enter into heaven, but those who actually act upon that faith. So action again is quite a key role. And as we mentioned, the story of, as I'm going to cover a story, it's all about love. And Jesus in his ministry, though he preached a lot on faith, it was about love. So the question got put to him, how do we, we should of course love our neighbours, but how do we actually go about loving our neighbours? And in Luke 10:30 to 35, it reads, "A man was going down to Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down that same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by the other side. So too a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he travelled, came across the man. But when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, poured on oil and wine. Then he put on the man onto his donkey, brought him into an inn, took care of him. The next day he took 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, 'Look after him, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra you may have.'" So it talks about priest and Levites. So who are priests and Levites? So priests and Levites are men of faith. But a Samaritan who actually is considered to be a lot lower than a priest or a Levite actually goes and actually acts upon what he actually knows. So yes, those with faith, it's good, but it's nothing. And Jesus says this, it's nothing if you don't act upon it. And just to emphasise on the actions that he did take, he didn't just say, right, okay, I'll drop you off at the door of a hospital. That action went a lot deeper. It actually meant going out of his way. Actually, when he had to walk himself, putting the man onto the donkey, walking himself, and it doesn't state how far. I don't know how far the maybe the closest town in Jerusalem to Jericho was, but it must have been some distance. And then paying him 2 denarii, and in them days there were 2 days' wages. How many of us that would like to do the right thing, and our faith tells us to do the right thing, would actually go dip into our pocket and then pay 2 denarii or more? that's me done. And thank you very much.